welcome back to my channel. This is David Sick near me. Comic. How are ya? Anyway, I got 5 books. And did you know about these books? If you do, you probably will know how much it goes for, how much it was sold for on a secondary market. But before we go do that, I want to uh, show you guys 90 Sander Action Comics. I believe this is Action Comics number one, the new 52. Natalie Sanders of Power Girl, along with Gabriel Delato, Fantastic Four, issue number one. And they got Batman 160, 158. God, I can't remember. 160, part of the Hush 2 run. And there's a sales going on and things like that. So use that code SNMC to use. Get 10%. Oh man, been late. But anyway, SNMC discount code to get 10% discount on all your orders. All right, not a one-time thing, it's ongoing thing. All right, the first book that I want to show you is one of the an artist that I reached out to get an original piece right there of horror and fantasy and horror, issue number one. But anyway, she also did Holmes and Houdini, and I thought this cover was banging, so here it is. Holmes and Houdini, issue number one, cover done by Sonia Matas and Coco Aspen. Yeah, so great cover. This is the cover D or C, I believe, but they also have cover EFG. Anyway, but this one is not that bad, and just thought that was a great cover done by Sonia Matas and Coco Aspen. Let's see what that book is doing on a secondary market. All right, so here we are. Let's get that. All right, one of the 20 variant. This is the virgin variant with her lingerie, 15 $60. Here's the risque part, 175, and the one that I got for $190. And yeah, I was actually looking for that 175, but I don't want to pay that kind of money. But anyway, here's another one out of 2050. Here is the cover, 650. Not bad. Here's another one that asking. It's a cover D, the one that we had that I showed you. This is 1875, and this one is asking 1850. Oh, there's a lot of big difference here. Here's another one that asking 15. Here's one virgin for 60. I'm sorry, 70. $27.65, and here's another one asking $25. Here's one asking $5. I don't know what the big difference is, but it seems like it's pretty much all around. But average about $5 to $6, I said, on this cover, right? One out of 20 asking probably about 45.50, and that one out of 75, the risque one, that's asking at least about 125. Where is it? There it is. That one asking about 189. Jesus. Let's see what it's been sold for in the past 3 months. And there we go. $5. One bid. 455. $10. $15 on May 20th. And the recent one that was sold was back in June 13th. So definitely, here's that risque one of 75, $70. Here's that one out of 20, 27.65 back in May 1st. And this is the cover A, I believe. Oh, cover C. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much it. So the last one sold was June 13th for $5. So that's not bad. Not bad. $5 cover price. All right. Let's get to the next one. This is one cover that I like because it has Marilyn Monroe, Has like all small little stories. It's called Alien Encounters. Is from Eclipse Comics. Um, yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Pretty cool cover. I just thought I picked it up. This one found it in a dollar bin. So let's find out how much that book is going for on the secondary market. And here it is. Boom. Alien Encounter, issue number 8, $14. 15.65 asking for 34. Here's an $8 in a fine condition. Here's one that buy now for 10, but on auction for $5. It's a rare, hard to find. I don't know about if it's that hard to find, but I don't know if it's rare, but you just have to dig. $14 here, $45 on a near mint on a 9.8 candidate. Is a $20 here in a near mint plus 9496. So he's saying here's Alien Content number 3, Raw Vintage Rare Comics. Interesting. Okay, 1867, $30 over here. Here's one framed. Wow, $60. You're probably paying more for the shipping and the frame. Okay, and we got here $32, 13.55. Here's 13.69. Here's two books for asking for 10, 20, 11, and that's pretty much it. Let's see what it's been sold for. All right, on a very fine plus condition, sold for $9. $9 here, $8. Here's 1-3 book lot for $10. Here's one. Wow. Issue number 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 14 for $43. Here's one for 10. Here's one for $60. Almost a whole run here. Yeah, at least in 4, 6, 10. Yeah, not bad for $60. Here's for 29. Here's one for $6, 40% off. Wow, not bad. Here is a book lot for $30. Here's a 9.4 that sold for $22.50. Here's one book for $16 on a 6-book run, $8. Here's another one. Wow, what for $75.98 back in April 7th. And here's one for $26. Here's one for $35. There's a lot of, geez, there's a lot of like a lot, or like 6-book lot, 7-book lot. Yeah, so average about what, $8 to $10, you said, on a fine to very near mint copy. Not bad, not bad. Did you know that book even existed? If you do, now you know. Here's another book that I found on a bin. Black Cat issue number 10. This has the cameo appearance of, yeah, Iron Cat. J. Scott Campbell cover. Just thought that was pretty nice. Let's see what this book does on the secondary market. Look at that. It's a pretty cool cover. Hey, that's me. Reflection. All right, let's find out. Black Cat number 10. Campbell. Here it is. $20, 25, 9.8, signed by Campbell, 190. Here's asked for $20, 18.95. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. I guess that's pretty much it. Wow. Oh, here's all signed. So there's a set, signed and regular, for $125. Oh, both signed. Yep, both is signed in black. Well, there's about 4 pages, but I think we can say about average about what I said, $20, 15 to 20. Okay, let's see what this book has been sold in the past 3 months. Here it is. $1.25. Wow. On a 3 bid for 125 on June 2nd. Nice. Wow. $700 raw. That's a rare book. Not an easy book to find. Oh, here's one that sold for 20 back in May 10th. I have that one. Here's one for $30. Wow. Nice. Dun, dun. Here's one for 20. Here's one for 2. What? Back in April 5th, $2,400? Holy smokes. God, on April 5th. Here's one for $875 a week before. And this guy bought it off. Wow. I'm sure it didn't pay that much. Hope it didn't pay that much. March 27, $20. This one book I wanted to get, but it was all sold out before we get the chance to buy it now. $399.99. Nice. I have this one signed. So for wow, $200. 9.8. $1,300. Jesus. Wow, $1,000. Holy smoke. Okay, have to pass that one. All right. Imagine you come home to this, guys. Ooh la la. Okay. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to that black cat. Yep. About what? 125, and the latest one is May 10th for $20. So not much, but it doesn't have that much of a big demand. But the only demand that I see is the J. Scott Campbell cover, right? So not bad for $1. You sold for $1. Yeah. All right, this one found it in the variant for $5. I think I found it for $5. It's been a while. So anyway, this is the New York Comic Con 2007 New York Comic Con exclusive. I wouldn't say exclusive anyway. It's a Comic Con exclusive. It's for Sensational Spider-Man #1 by Angel Medina. I think it was by Angel Medina. Yep, Angel Medina. Black and white. Pretty cool. Thought that was pretty cool cover. Right? I think I paid $5 for it. Let's see how much that book goes for. Whoa, $40, $44, asking $23. Here's a $5 or best offer. Lower spine. Wow. Let's see. Split damage. Okay, no wonder. $60, $30, $964, $184, $30. Here is the newsstand variant for $7.19, but this is the New York Comic Con, so black and white. $34. Here's one remark for $210 by Scott Hanna. I think he's the writer, I think. All right, so let's find out what this been sold for in the past 3 months. Mark Brooks, 2023. Oh, wow. None. Holy smokes. It's got to be somewhere, right? Nope. None has been sold. But asking $30 for $35. This is 2023 Mark Brooks cover. It's all right. It's all right. David Finch, $40. Wow. Virgin variant by Finch, $150. I like that. But I think that was original art, huh? Yeah. Hoping one day David Finch make it to Emerald City Comic Con and ask me to do something like that. I'm sure it's probably going to cost me arm and a leg for it, but that'll be pretty nice to have. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, nothing has been sold. Um, so there's not much to cover on this one here. But average asking probably about what, 25, 35 bucks. All right. This one, I heard that they just wrapped up filming. I don't know, but just have to wait and see until the trailer comes out. But the last one is Voltron issue number one back in 1985. The very first edition from American Comic, I guess. But there's a newsstand of this, and let's see if this has been sold for anything. I got this from Vin Crew sometime last year, I think, or a year before. I think for like $20 on a like a near mint condition too. So we'll see what that book is been asking. Wow, okay, 125, 70, $80, 65 on a 3 book lot, 50, 1150, day and a half left. Sega on a 3 bit for 11, 120. That's on the newsstand. 65. Here's one for 50. Oh, I have that one in Virgin. Here's a newsstand for $100. 90. Wow. 75. I think I did a pretty good job getting it for $20. But let's see. This is the all asking price. All right. Let's see what's it's sold for. Okay. Look at that. Wow. All right. Here's one asking for $300. All right. 92 for 130. 98 for 400. Here's a newsstand. Wow, $1. Wow, I think that's a Canadian. Wow. Here's an 8.5. Here it is. 98 for 350. All right, so we can say probably around $50 to $75 asking on a near mint copy. That's what it's been sold for. Here's one newsstand. $27. Not bad. Not bad. $48 on newsstand. It's a 9.6 that sold for $145 back in June 16th. Here's $35 in a newsstand. Wow. Hanger pack for $89. Wow. The guys still have it in a freaking hang pack and polybag seal for over what, 40 years? Oh my God. Here's a 9.6 for 100, 9.4 for 112 on the newsstand. This is what, back in June 10th. June 10th here, 9265 on a bid. Here's one, a 3 lot for 75, $25 per. Okay. Here's one for $100 for $33 per. 9.8. Wow. June 6th for $560. Nice. Wow, $19 for this? Oh, issue 1 through 4. Okay. Here's a CBCS, all 3 copy for 9.6 for $400. Not bad. Here's a $75 on June 4th. 185 on a hanger pack, still sealed. Here's a 50, about $60. So beginning of June, this book has been selling at a premium. 76, 81 for 92. Wow, this is a beat up copy, still sold for $55. Jesus. $50 here in the newsstand. Another hanger pad for 185. This guy must have some serious. I mean, it's the same. I don't know if it's the same guy, but geez. Here's a $3. Wow, on newsstand. 135. Here's a $50. 960 for 270 on my comic shop. Low grade. 23. $500 for this? Whew. Jenny Friesen, first cover art. All right, all right, all right. But anyway, I think it's doing okay. $27 last one, so for June 17th. Next day, there's 98 on the newsstand. So you be the judge. I think I did better for myself, paying $20 on a high-end grade here, probably in a 9496. If things get graded in that way, clean it. The lowest it can come is 92, but still can sell for $100. Huh? Not bad. Voltron #1. I didn't know there was a Canadian price, but I know that there was a newsstand. This is a direct. Uh, so those are the 5 books. Did you know? Now you do. And before I say goodbye, you know what's up. Yep, 79 Comics. Use the code SNMC to get 10% discount on all your orders. And it's not a one-time thing. You can use many times you want, along with Fantastic Four and another Nellie Sanders on Batman, issue 160. All right, I think is done. Hope you like this content. Let me know. Please comment below. Don't be shy. I normally reply within a day or two. Anyway, for everyone who's been watching this on a regular basis, I want to say thank you very much. And more of this market watch to come. And until I run out of comics to show you guys. All right, I'll tell you again next time. Shoot.